Good morning, everyone, and welcome and Happy New Year. We're already eating the New Year up quickly, I think. At this time, I'll call the Paulding County Board of Commissioners work session to order for January the 10th, 2023. And I'd like to welcome two elected officials, Luana Nolan and Judge Angela O'Connor. Glad to have y'all with us always. If you got a device on, I've already turned mine off. And Marshall, if you bring that list forward, please, sir. Stand with me if you're able, and we'll have our invocation. Heavenly Father God, as the psalmist wrote, let us rejoice and be glad in this day that you've given us. And that's what we do right now. We thank you that we can come together and we can work together for the opportunities. Each day is precious, and we'd like to use them constructively for this county and just for all the things that need to be done. I'm thankful for these commissioners that want to work actively to get things done and not just let one day go by another, but actually accomplish things for this county. So we thank you for the privilege of being here, Lord, for a new year, and may we make it rich because we seek you. We pray for our country. We pray that we would turn more towards you than ever before as we go about this new year. Pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The minutes from December 13th, our last meeting, 2022, the work session minutes are available for review along with the regular December 13th board meeting minutes. Under announcements, we'll kick it off with the Team Paulding Employee of the Month for January 2023, Taylor McBee. We had a good time recognizing Taylor for his fine work with the state court deputy clerk. Let's watch that.
Taylor started working with us 2 years ago and has already accomplished Employee of the Month. The state has already been in to visit Taylor because he's gotten us into the 90th percentile from the 70th percentile of closings on our criminal cases and accuracy.
He is amazingly accurate. Of all the people that are in the courtroom, and there are a large number, he is the most accurate person sitting in the courtroom. He is very helpful, he's patient, he's kind, he's very generous, he's always smiling. We are in the courtroom almost every day in state court, and Taylor is right there with us. He's the guy that is the encourager in the courtroom, and we need that with the work we do every day.
State court is very fast-paced. There's a lot of things going on at different times. Taylor is just amazing at juggling everything that's going on at the same time. Whatever we hurl at him, he's always calm, composed, has a great smile on his face.
I call Taylor my left-hand man. He sits to the left of me when I'm on the bench, and any questions I have or clarifications I have, I always look to Taylor. I think he is very well deserving of it, and he is the very first person I thought of when an email came through asking about nominations. He is the very first person I thought of that is the most deserving of this award.
He's all around just a good person.
He is the perfect example of what a Paulding County employee should be.
Round of applause for that. Good job, Taylor. Board of Commissioners would like to recognize the Paulding County Department of Transportation for receiving the Best Small Project of Significance in the state of Georgia in 2022. It's an award for the Traffic Control Center from the Intelligence Transportation Society of Georgia, ITS Georgia, and the 2022 Georgia Section Agency Achievement Award for the Traffic Control Center and the ATMS projects from the Georgia section of the Institute of Transportation Engineers. And we have two gentlemen here that I'd love to have you all come up and present. So you want to go over, you want to say anything at the podium here? And we talked a little bit, but I didn't write down your names, and I've already.
I'm Stephen Foy. I'm Traffic Operations Division Manager, and I was fortunate enough to be able to come on board just right at the kind of the official start, right before bids were taken and everything. Of course, George, dared to dream this a long time ago, so he really deserves a lot of credit. And I'm thankful to be here and be able to, enjoy some of the planning that went on a long time ago because, I think other counties would love to have something like this, but they don't. It's not many counties that has this traffic control center and the capabilities that it brings and the resources we'll be able to take advantage of being tied to GDOT. It's actually ties all the way back to the Cobb County Traffic Management Center and all the way back to GDOT's Traffic Management Center in Atlanta. So it's really a neat thing for us to have this tool. I think it'll help us to be more proactive. I brought Stacy Walker with me. He's our first Traffic Control Center operator. So we'll have eyes on the video wall and we'll be able to identify things, like I said, proactively. And it allows us to even see the timing in the signals and make adjustments from the Traffic Control Center. We've, got a grant in through GEMA to put in weather stations going to be tied in through this fiber to our Traffic Control Center so we can make educated decisions about is the road cold enough for ice to form on it? The air temperature is 32, but sometimes the road's not 32, those kind of things. So I'm really excited that, like I said, I've got this opportunity to be here and be a part of this, and it's good to see some of our peers recognize what we're doing here.
That's a great report, Stephen. I'd like to ask you all to come up, and George, if you'd come up. I know you love pictures. And, Angela, are you ready?
Go ahead.
Pictures don't necessarily love me.
Maybe, Stephen, you could read one of those and Stacy read the other one.
This one is the 2022 ITS Small Project Significance Award presented to Paulding County Traffic Control Center for constructing a new traffic control center that allows the county to monitor and to control their traffic signal systems more effectively. And it's signed Thomas G. I don't want to mess up that name. Gluckert. October 2022.
Is there another one?
The IT Georgia Section Award presented to Paulding County Department of Transportation for their commitment to the delivery of innovative and effective transportation solutions.
Awesome. And I think three of the commissioners have an appointment next Wednesday, George. This Thursday. Yeah, so we're going to go out and get a tour. I've meant to do that for a while, and I'm excited about it. And then those that don't get to go Thursday, we'll pick up as soon as we can. Stephen and Tracy, thanks again. Stacy. We have no invited guests this morning under bid awards. We've got two. Item 2 is to approve the purchase of a single axle 33,000-pound flatbed dump truck from Peach State Truck Centers in the amount of $123,593. And go ahead and read the other one. You're going to report on both of them? So number 3 is to approve the purchase of a tandem dump truck from Peach State Truck Centers in the amount of $163,062. Tabitha?
Thank you. Both of these items were budgeted vehicles for DOT in the 23 budget. And the first one is giving some mechanical issues, and the second one is very high mileage. So the second one's actually out of service. We're purchasing them off of the state contract, state of Georgia contract purchasing. And so unless you have any other questions, very simple.
From the backup material, these trucks have everything you'd think of to help our county out. So, any other questions, comments? Well, thank you very much. Okay, delighted on reports and committees from departments to have James Stokes, our chief appraiser, bring us the homestead exemption information. And thank you, James. This is a pretty exciting thing also, isn't it?
Good morning, everyone. It is amazing of how often we receive people commenting on how much they love to pay their property taxes, given our current economy. Well, there's something out there that we all want the public to know, and it's homestead exemption. Homestead exemption is approved through the voters for property owners. So we did a video. It's around 6 minutes long, 6 or 7 minutes long. They put it out last night on the web, and we hope that people take time to take a look at this video. It generally explains the homestead exemptions that are available to our property owners, the time frames, where to apply, and we really want property owners to know that these things are out there that can actually save you on your property tax. It really hurts us when we come across somebody that is maybe over the age of 65, has moved here from Pennsylvania, and never really realized that these things were available, and they could have applied for it 5 years ago and been receiving this. So I think this video could be very beneficial to our citizens, and I really hope it opens that door to answer some of our questions that we have. Any questions? Right, thank you.
Thank you. Also encourage everybody to watch it. I haven't watched it yet, but it's about 6 minutes, so we decided we wouldn't have it in the on the agenda to actually watch the video. We don't have anybody that's signed up for public participation on agenda items. Under the consent agenda, consideration of several items, since this is the first meeting of the new year, and we flesh out our boards again, and some terms are up, so we'll get into that here about a few items into the consent agenda here, and the whole board here is going to participate. But item number 4 is to adopt ordinance 23-02 and ordinance amending the Paulding County Development Regulations regarding horizontal street alignment. Number 5 is to adopt the Director of Water System job description. Number 6, to adopt the Director of Public Services job description. Number 7 is to adopt the Director of Property Management job description. Number 8 on the consent agenda is to approve the chairman to enter into an agreement with NGL and Erosion Control for the fiscal year 2023 countywide shoulder maintenance service contract in the amount of $854,622. This contract provides multiple cycles for mowing, trimming, litter pickup on 521 miles of county roads and 21 miles of 4-lane state highways. Item 9 is to approve the chairman to enter into an agreement with Kelly Landscape Management to renew the fiscal year 2023 roadway right-of-way turf maintenance services contract in the amount of $199,422.64. Now, as we move into these next few, we're going to use the whole board here because we talk to these people and take a lot of time to decide if they think they really want to serve and that they're the right fit. So we'll just start with Post 1 Commissioner Keith Dunn, and we'll just work our way down the line here. Keith?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item 10 will be to adopt a resolution 23-01, appointing Gary Griswold to fill the unexpired term of Robert D. Gober on the Paulding County Board of Assessors. This term will expire on December 31st of 2024.
Keep going.
Paulding County Airport Authority Board with the term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2026. Trey Studstill and Tommy Morris are the BOC appointments.
And item number 12 is to appoint Lydia Hallmark, who's here today, to the Alcohol License Review Board with a term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2024.
Animal Control Board with the term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2023. Jason Flatt is the chairman's appointment. Jessica Gullett, Post 1 appointment. Jennifer Farrell, Post 2 appointment. Charles Spann, Post 3 appointment. Suzanne Baker, Post 4 appointment. That's item 13.
Item 14 is reappoint Paula Kitchens to the Board of Health with a term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2028.
Item 15 will be the Cemetery Preservation Board with a term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st of 2023. The chairman's appointment is Todd Tibbetts. The Post 3 appointment is Ms. Nancy Hollingshed, and the Post 4 appointment is Mr. Mike Pickett.
Item 16, Fire Advisory Board with the term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2023. Emery Gordy is the chairman's appointment. Post 1, Matt Mason. Post 2, Randy Richards. Post 3, Robert Owens. And Post 4, Chris Wheeler.
And consent item number 17 is to keep Paulding Beautiful Commission with a term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2025. It's Curtis Miller is the chairman's appointment. Judd Sewell is Post 1. Gary Goswick is Post 1 also. Bob Banks, Post 3. Donna Alsobrook, also in Post 3. Ashley Hatcher in Post 4. And Brittany Haygood, Post 4. And Kristen Thomas, the at-large member.
Item 18 is the Planning Commission with the term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2023. Jacob Wicks is the chairman's appointment. James Steele is the Post 1 appointment. Ellis Aston, Post 2 appointment. Roger Leggett, Post 3 appointment. Jody Palmer, Post 4 appointment.
Item 19, reappoint Tommy Morris to the Industrial Building Authority with a term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2025.
Item number 20 will be to reappoint Michelle Boatwright and Michelle Craig to the Region 1 Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities Advisory Council with a term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2023.
Item 21, Water and Sewer Board with the term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2023. Bobby Hollis, chairman's appointment. Bobby Maddox, chairman's appointment. David Barnett, chairman's appointment. Jeremiah Fields, Post 1 appointment. Michael Creighton, Post 2 appointment. Jim Smith, Post 3 appointment. And Wayne Kirby, Post 4 appointment.
And lastly, item number 22 is the Zoning Board of Appeals with a term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2023. Lamar Clark is the chairman's appointment. Dave Roberts is Post 1 appointment. Jack Hart is Post 2 appointment. Robert Owens, post 3 appointment, Jerry Johnson, post 4 appointment. And we just say here in the room and online, as it's streamed live, that all of the commissioners are very proud to have these people come on board to serve on boards for at least 1 more year, and in some of the cases the terms are longer. But it's a commitment on their part, and we as a county would be less ready for all the things going on without their participation. We have no old business this morning. New business, item number 23 is discuss action to adopt ordinance 23-01, amending Chapter 6 of the official Paulding County Code to provide for the issuance of packaged distilled spirits licenses and to provide amendments to the chapter consistent with state law. There's been a lot of work put into this, and County Attorney Mr. Phillips is going to share some of that with us.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this is a new ordinance that's going to regulate the sale of the package sale of distilled spirits in the county, and I think it's necessary to give just a little bit of background. First off, in Georgia, state law recognizes 3 general types of alcohol: beer, wine, and distilled spirits. Distilled spirits is commonly referred to as liquor. In Paulding County, in the unincorporated parts of the county, those are the portions that aren't contained within a city, Paulding County allows for the package sales at retail stores of beer and wine, but not distilled spirits. The cities of Dallas and Hiram allow beer, wine, and distilled spirits. This past summer, the commissioners voted to allow the citizens to make a decision on whether or not the package sales of distilled spirits should be permitted in the unincorporated portions of the county, and the citizens voted this past November. 73% voted in favor of authorizing the Board of Commissioners to allow for the package sales of distilled spirits. So the ordinance that you have in front of you, we've met with staff, we've met with commissioners individually, and I've even gone on a liquor store tour with the county manager to find out what works in the cities and what does not. And following that, and listening to everyone's input, we've come up with an ordinance, and I'm going to summarize the highlights. First off, there are going to be 2 package stores allowed in the county. One on the north side in the Cedar Crest Crossroads area, and one on the south side in the New Georgia area. These are areas that are far enough away from each of the cities that this will provide an opportunity for those people to purchase those items without having to travel into a city. 2 stores, applications to own one of these stores and operate one of these stores, they're going to be accepted for a 60-day period beginning on March 6, 2023. So on that date, the window will open. Applicants will have 60 days to apply. In order to apply, you've got to meet several qualifications, and I'm going to highlight the major qualifications. Those include the store has to be 7,500 square feet, 5,000 of which will be a showroom. The stores are going to be subject to the architectural standards of the Corridor Overlay District. To operate a store, you have to have a standing alcohol inventory of $750,000. Initially, I thought that was a high amount, but after looking at what most of these package stores provide, that seems to be a very reasonable amount for applicants who are very serious about taking this opportunity. So a standing inventory of $750,000. Folks will apply for these licenses, and if there's more than one applicant in the various 2 districts, then the qualifying applicants will be selected by the Alcohol License Review Board through a lottery system. Once the application period closes, the Marshal's Office and Community Development will look at the applications and make sure that all the applicants fit the qualifications. If they don't fit the qualifications, they'll have a 5-day period to fix whatever deficit that happens to be. And after that period of time, the qualifying applicants will be selected by lottery if there is more than one applicant per store location. Inside the package stores, state law provides those types of items that can be sold within the stores. It's typically your alcohol-related products. In this case, the county will be allowing cigars and cigarettes to be sold, certain ice chests, mixed products for making drinks and things like that. It's all set by the rules of the Department of Revenue, and hopefully the product that ultimately gets selected and ultimately produced is a good product and a quality product for Paulding County. The ordinance also has a number of other housekeeping amendments. I won't go into those, but we decided we would take the opportunity to fix a few other things to make sure that what we have is spelled correctly and consistent with state law. Happy to answer any questions that y'all may have.
You've already briefed and answered so many questions, Jason, and done a detailed job at preparing this ordinance. It's not something that obviously over the many years that has been rushed into, but so many people go outside of the county to spend their money, and I think we use our tax money pretty effectively, so I'd rather the money come here. Any comments to Jason or questions? Hearing no one speak up, then we'll move on with the new business item number 24, which is discuss action to confirm the Economic Development Board nominations with a term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2023. And those three positions are Commissioner Keith Dunn as the post-commissioner's appointment, and Greg Perry as the full board appointment, and Ford Thigpen as the full board appointment. And not to put you on the spot, Frank, but would you describe why we put that in the new business instead of the consent agenda?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I might need to get a little assistance from the county attorney on this just to make sure that I have my numbers right. There is another appointment on there, another commissioner appointment, which would be Commissioner Caker, but that's the chairman's appointment. So that does not have to be actually on the agenda. So it was structured this way so that Commissioner Dunn had the opportunity to abstain, because if it wasn't consent, then he couldn't. If he abstained, he would abstain from all of the votes on the consent agenda. So we structured it that way. Is that correct, Jason?
Yes.
Thank you. So we wanted Commissioner Dunn to be able to vote on all these other many consent agenda items that we have this morning.
That's correct.
Yeah. New business item number 25 is discuss action to approve the chairman's nomination of Ray Wooten as the Paulding County Water System Director. Item 26 is discuss action to approve the water system to partner with Servline to provide leak insurance. And finally, number 27 is discuss action to reappoint Chris Wheeler as the post-commissioner's appointee to the Ethics Board with a term of January 10th, 2023 through December 31st, 2025.
Mr. Chairman, just for clarification, do you want to take any comments on item 25 from the county manager? Our 26 will be Mr. Wooten on the serve line. I know you had read 27 as well.
Thank you. I just read right through that. So, Ray, thanks for our report on this morning.
Good morning. The customers here in the county, they're on water and sewer. From time to time, on their properties, they may have a leak on their water system. And the county in the past has had a certain way of treating those individuals that have had high bills due to water leaks where they're affected with a high bill for water usage or sewer usage due to that leak. So we've been working with a group called Servline. They have taken care of about 42 different municipalities and water systems throughout the state of Georgia to be able to provide a way for those folks to be able to have basically a way to treat their leaks without negatively impacting the water system. So in working with Servline, we're able to provide a $2,500 adjustment for a leak to be handled by Servline on any water customers that have a leak, come and present that leak being fixed, and they can get that adjustment up to $2,500. On the water and sewer system, water and sewer customers, they can get up to $2,500 on the water and $2,500 on the sewer for a leak to address a high bill once they've taken care of that leak. So the water system would like to partner with Servline and have them help us to address those adjustments up to those levels. The cost for that adjustment in dealing with a water customer, it would be about $1.10 a month, and for a sewer customer, about $1.70 per month to provide that coverage. We're looking at doing this, and this will help take care of our customers should they have a leak. Can I?
Questions for Ray?
Question would be, just because I've handled many of these. So, such as myself, which I don't have county water, I'm on the well. But say someone who does have county water, y'all sometimes want, or most time ask to see proof that it's been repaired, like from a plumbing company or something like that. So, what happens if somebody just fixes it themselves? I mean, is it going to be required them use a company to do the work, or, I mean, you know?
Okay. If a customer has a leak on their water system, then they would come to us and they would see that there's a high level of usage beyond what they expected. At that point, we would talk, we would work with them, and basically they would make a repair, and then they would give that information over to us, whereas now they'll give that information over to Servline. And they will coordinate for the repair. If it's something that they could handle themselves, say if they were a plumber, if you were a plumber and you had a leak on your system, then they would provide the receipts of the materials used for the repair, and then as a follow-up, when they see that the water level is back to normal, then they would address that, and that would be addressed by Servline. So you would still get, you would not have to go out to get your leak, but that's the standard way that they do it. But if you were a plumber, that's how they would handle it.
Well, I mean, you know, I just think about myself, like, if you go in my barn, I have a bag full of plumbing material.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so if somebody said, show me a receipt where you bought it, I may have to find one from 3 years ago, you know. I'm just wondering how particular they're going to be, Servline is going to be with something like that, you know. So.
Right. The big thing that would show would be when your water returns back to a normal level. And that would show, and what you would do is you would let them know how you're making the repair. And they work directly with you as a customer.
Ray, are we behind other counties in adopting something like this, or are we out front of it?
There are 42 other communities that currently use this. Another Bartow County uses it. Polk County uses it. So behind would be, we're just embracing this way to do it. It's not that we're behind. We've been addressing it one way, but this helps us to go forward.
Thank you.
I just want to verify the information that we had for the public, and that is that this would only apply once per year to a customer. So if they had more than one leak in a year, it would not cover the second leak. Is that correct?
It will address up to a 3-month period, but they can go up to 2 leaks a year.
Okay, good.
I mean, that's like if you had if Commissioner Stover, like earlier question, had a leak at the barn, but then had a leak at your house, you know, you'd adjust it to take care of one, then they'd take care of the one at the house if that occurred later. So it will cover up to 2 a year, and they would look at your bill. If your bill went up and then it went over to 2 periods, they'll cover up to an average of 3 months.
Okay, great.
Ray, a point of clarification, just to make sure, because some people do have multiple meters, so it's per meter, correct?
It is per meter.
Okay.
Correct, per customer account.
And also, commercial and industrial customers is optional. Is what it's-
This is strictly for residential, this current policy that we're proposing. I'm sorry, I should have stated that up front.
It's gonna be a good thing. Thanks, sir.
Okay, thank you.
That's the conclusion of regular business, ladies and gentlemen. No one signed up for non-agenda items. This time I'd entertain comments from the commissioners, celebrations, announcements. I'll start out with we're glad for the 4th year in a row for HR to have received a safety grant for the water system. So it's something that'll be used very effectively, and we're just glad to get it that many years in a row. I guess, Tara, thank you for making it happen.
I have an announcement from the Paulding County Sheriff's Office. They're going to have a job fair on Saturday, February 4th, from 10 to 2 p.m. at the Paulding Admin Building, this building, and they will be doing interviews on site for jobs. And also, just a reminder, there are other county jobs listed on the website that are available. So if you're out there in the general public and you're job seeking, please take advantage of these 2 opportunities.
Anybody else? Okay. We'll don't have an executive session this morning. Of course, we'll come back at 2 o'clock for our regular meeting and voting. So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Well, before I make a motion to adjourn, I kind of figured Keith Dunn would have said something about go dogs, but since he didn't, you know. Because I think we actually had a Paulding County man on there playing last night, done very well. So congratulations to the dogs for sure.
It's gonna carry more merit if we can hear Jason Phillips say it.
Well, I figured one of y'all would have.
Go Dogs on behalf of my son who's a student and on behalf of my law degree from UGA.
And I make a motion to adjourn.
All right. We got a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Dunn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We stand adjourned.
Thank you.